Hey, good morning and welcome to Relationship Wednesdays with Coach Ellis. Hey, look, so I spent this weekend going through some old morning Facebook Lives on Relationship Wednesday, and to my horror, I discovered that I don't think that I talked about one of the most critical rules. You know, those relationships, Universal Lessonz. And earlier we talked about knowing yourself, and we talked about knowing your list, but I did not see a podcast or a Facebook Live on know your baggage. So if I did do it, and I'm repeating it, okay, because I don't think we ever can get enough of knowing our baggage. So let's talk about this. One of the key rules, one of the relationship's universal lessons, is that when you enter a relationship, you must know what baggage you carry. Now, someone's saying, baggage? What's baggage, Coach? Well, I'm glad you asked me. Baggage is that emotional attachments and emotional constraints that you have coming out of your last relationship that you carry into your next relationship. In other words, baggage are those things that cause you to make your next pay for the things of your ex. So we all have baggage, and when we talk about this, we usually talk in context of women having baggage, but let's be honest, the man that you get involved with, he'll have baggage too. While the RULZ is designed for women over the age of 30 who want to be in relationship, have been in relationship, or are in relationships with men, understand that baggage is the emotional residuals of our previous relationships. This is not just romantic. Baggage is also what you bring in based upon the relationships that you observe from your parents, from your friends, from your loved ones. It's all of the information you have gathered about how relationships work. So let's be honest. What worked for my parents may not work for me. There are some things that work universally. Fidelity, love, affection, they work universal. However, how you experience those things differs in every relationship. So if I come in with an expectation that the woman in my life is going to treat me in the same way that the women who used to be in my life do, I have some baggage. Women, when you come in because you've been hurt, you've been bruised, you've been battered, you've been beaten down emotionally and or physically in previous relationships, that you carry an expectation that all men are dogs, or all men are bad, all men are going to cheat, there's no great men left. All that's part of the baggage that you carry because you have been bruised and battered by previous relationships. That's helping your next pay for the sins of your ex. You must understand, you can't get rid of the baggage until you get rid of the memories. And part of our issue is that we build a database and we make it part of who we are so that we are inextricably changed. Ladies, you are changed by the abuse you have endured. So you put up these walls that no man will ever do that to you again. But the next man is not your ex-man. And he may have a totally different heart. Let me give you a quick example. I make it a habit, because my dad taught me this, to open the doors for women. Whether it's a car door, whether it's a house door, whether it's a store door, whatever, I open doors. And if a woman arrives with me, whether she is involved with me or not, if she's a colleague, if she's a friend, if she is someone I'm involved with, she's my sister, my daughter, my wife, nobody gets out of a car door that I don't open, unless it is by rare exceptions. And because of that, when I have somebody riding in my car and I say, don't open the door, I've had women who got a little attitudinal. I am perfectly capable of opening my own door. I don't need a man to open my door for me. That's so old-fashioned. And what I have to remind them is, you've gotten so used to not being taken care of, that's part of your baggage, that you think it is your right to demand a certain type of treatment. Well, I'm a different man. And if you don't let me open doors for you, if you don't let me do the things that I've been taught to do, then we can't be in any type of relationship, because what you have demonstrated is that you want me to not be authentically who I am because of how somebody has or has not treated you in your past. Now, understanding that that is a reality, you have to understand how you've come across that. Then you understand that your baggage will cause you to miss certain relationships and cause you to be drawn to other type of relationships. And if you have the baggage that has you drawn to relationships that are not healthy for you, you must understand what that baggage is, go back and understand where it came from, and then begin to combat and put up boundaries so you don't become prey to your baggage. With all baggage, I'm about to wrap this up, but when you get back from a trip, you unpack your bags. Even if you don't unpack it, the dirty clothes inside that bag begin to stink. And pretty soon you become nose blind to the smell, and it becomes part of your new reality, your new normal. Same thing in relationships. If you don't unpack the baggage from your last relationship and begin to stink, and it'll begin to blind you, nose blind you to everything else going on around you, so your new man doesn't stand a chance. And pretty soon it will begin to stink up all your other relationships. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So know your baggage, and then know how to unpack your baggage. And if you need help unpacking your baggage, drop Coach a line at Coach at the RULZ, TheRULZ.com, or catch me on Facebook at Coach Ellis. We've had this great conversation today, so join me next week. We have another conversation on Relationship Wednesdays. I'm Coach Ellis saying have a one-tabulous relationship and unpack your bags. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.